My personal journey in overlanding started with the love of the bush. We grew up in Zambia, we used to camp as a family in Luangwa, and it was something that was really embedded in my soul. The bush is somewhere I feel completely at peace, completely alive. And when I met Deb some 25 years ago, one of the first trips we did was, I think, to the Kruger Park. Slowly we did more and more trips, and our first big bush trip was with my sister and brother-in-law to the Central Kalahari. They kind of showed us the ropes, and I think for a lot of people the idea of going on a trip like this is quite intimidating, but if you've got someone to show you how it works, it makes it a lot easier and it makes it fun. I think our first overlanding trip was in Namibia, and we had absolutely no experience at all. We flew into Windhoek. We didn't go to one of the big brand names. We went to some dude's car hire company, and like the fridge didn't work, and we had a rush lesson about driving 4x4 and some vague instructions on tire pressure, and we got to Sossusvlei. Managed to get it into 4x4. That was a bit of a struggle, but we did that. And then we thought there was a little place where you could let down your tires, and Deb and I looked at each other and we thought, what do you think? Nah, man, I don't think we need to do this. Deb was driving, and to her credit, she got all the way in. We went and saw the dead flay and everything, and then about a third of the way out, we got colossally stuck. But we got rescued by a tour vehicle that came past with some Swedes in a 4x4, and out we got, and then we learned that actually they are serious about this tire pressure thing. So you learn. There's Shackleton, how Shackleton came to be. So we've been on a couple of trips in our SUV, and we'd had it with the boxes. We couldn't do the boxes. Everything was always at the back of the car where you couldn't find it. I felt there had to be a better way of doing this. So we started looking around, thinking maybe it was time to upgrade, get a Land Cruiser. I wanted a double cab to give us a bit more space. We don't travel light, we have lots of stuff. We started hunting around, and we contacted Paul. We watched lots of stuff on YouTube. I came across Paul's videos, and I thought, well, okay, and maybe he could help us source a vehicle. That was quite difficult because you go through Car Find all the time, and then I joined the 4x4 community forum, and I joined the Land Cruiser Club, and I looked at all the listings, and I thought, how am I going to wade my way through all of this? Anyway, Paul managed to secure this vehicle, which is an ex-Safari Drive vehicle. And then one Sunday afternoon, as one does, reminiscing, flipping through the iPad, I just signed the agreement of sale for this vehicle, and I came across a shot that we had taken in the Serengeti. And there's two Land Cruisers and some lines. We'd been watching them walk across, and they came flop down in the shade, and we took a couple of photos. I'm looking at this photo and I'm thinking, CA plates. Interesting. 99. So something about this number is familiar. So I think, I'm going to go into my study, haul out the agreement of sale, look at the I'm thinking, oh my word, I can't believe this. So I go through to Deb and I say, you're never going to believe this, never going to believe this. And I just kind of felt, well, you know what, it's meant to be. It's meant to be. Because it was a lot of money for us and a big jump. And it's a big investment, you want to get it right. And I thought, cool, it has to be. And then Paul sent us some photographs of the car, and with the keys, and on it was that there was the leather Safari Drive keyring, and it said Shackleton on there. I said, babe, look at this, look what the car's called, because Shackleton is Deb's big hero, survivor hero. And yeah, it was just all fitting into place. Shackleton is going to be the means for us to achieve what's really been not a pipe dream, it's not been a pipe dream, but it's been something that we've wanted to do for a long time. So over the next 2 to 3 years, I think we'll do a couple of long trips, and then we want to do the big Africa trip and into Europe. Who knows with COVID or pandemics or future pandemics, we can't plan for that. We can plan around them as best we can. Who knows if going through Egypt will be an option? Who knows? But we want to do one grand trip at least and see where that takes us. We're still playing with the ideas from when it was Bonnievale to Burton Fleming, which is my father's birthplace in Yorkshire, or maybe it's just another trip to East Africa, but something, a long trip. Yeah, been a long time coming. To other women out there who are concerned that maybe they can't do this or it's going to be too difficult, there's a couple of words of advice. I think the first thing is not to be intimidated by the driving and the vehicle story and the mechanics and all of that. There will always be other vehicles around. The overlanding community is super welcoming, and if you get stuck, ask for help. Someone will be along. I mean, I don't mean be careless. I mean, do your homework and be prepared, but you know what? You get into more trouble driving around Joburg than on your way to Arusha, for sure. Like, what is the worst that can happen, really? I think maybe is to have it happen to you and then realize that it's not so bad. So get stuck, get unstuck. And it's a pain, but the world didn't end. And then you feel braver for it, I think.
Thank you so much for following us on our journey. Thank you for sharing our films. And if you'd like to see more, please click on the link below and follow us on Patreon.